Heard you a snitch, nigga be quiet cause you could get bitch. I keep a chopper, it's loaded. Hop with the rolls, got my name on the curtain. Fucking your thought and I do that for certain. And I stay clean like detergent. Popping on Xannies and popping on Perk. Burn up on me, you get cut like a turkey. I just want this bitch inside of Billy. I'm open no roof, got stars up on the roof. So my freedom.
Alright. Hello everyone, welcome to my kinetic deku. Yep. It's basically what I'm calling them now. My shock absorption and distribution Izuku. So, I didn't nap yet today, so I'm tired. But yeah, fuck was I gonna do with this one? Last time I remember, Izuku instigated a fight between him and G. Beat his ass. Asked the, what the fuck was it? The stain incident happened while Izuku was in a Waffle House and proceeded to accidentally make headliners and become fucking famous before his hero career even starts. But in all reality, Izuku has taken the fuck off in his fame, which he don't really fuck with, but he don't really care. He's like, well, people know I'm doing things. I'm not doing it on purpose, but it just happens. But, yeah. Izuku's like, oh yeah, no, the fucking training camp. It's basically where we left it off. Izuku in this one is basically doing what he did in the USJ, sitting down in the back of the bus, talking to Froppy. And then, quarter way there, Izuku passes out. He gets woke up by Froppy, getting told to get off the bus. Us by Aizawa, and then, for some reason, Froppy was the only one to wake him up. Why? Oh, simple. Froppy knows how to annoy him when he's sleeping. He's just, hold on, I got this. Just starts poking him in his eye. Legit, that's one of the only ways to wake Izuku up, because you can't slap him. You can't make enough noise to wake him up. So you literally just have to put a constant pressure on his left eye. And it's awkward. Izuku has that fucking I will sleep like I'm a corpse mentality. It's oh fuck. Alright, he gets off. He realizes that he's not near the camp. He's and he goes right back on the bus. Us, not even waiting for, the pussycats to explain. He just looks at them dead in the face. And just, he didn't even get that far away from the bus. He just went back on, laid down, and went back to sleep. And it's... Froppy wasn't really paying attention to Izuku, so she didn't get the fucking clear hint of, hey, get back on the bus. So they all fall down. And in this one, Aizawa was already, in the bus, having that bitch ready to go. Oop. ready to go. And Izuku he just didn't notice Izuku because he was like just getting back in the car. I mean bus. When Izuku walked in and laid down in the back seat, scrunched up into a ball and slept. Now, they basically had almost a choreographed way to get Izuku to just do this one thing. And it's like, they all damn near jump on top of the moving bus, use the emergency escape on that bus to get it in, and while Aizawa's just flooring it. They expected to hear sonic booms. And nothing. Meanwhile, with everyone else, where the fuck's Izuku at? Meanwhile, with Izuku passed out in the back seat. Like, all of them are confused, wondering why the fuck is he not using his powers? And then, like, there's a slamming noise from the fucking back of the bus as Izuku fell on the floor. And nothing happened. He is still out like a light. He is still sleeping. Which you can technically say is a weakness of him. You cannot wake him up unless he wants to be. And they all just like notice that, the fuck did he get on the bus? The fuck? Oh my god. But so, since everyone made it before the bus, Izuku got some fucking quality nap time in. I'm talking, Izuku went over an hour, fucking conked the fuck out. He's asleep. Excuse me. But, yeah, no. Izuku just, like, Froppy waking him up this time by just, like, getting some of the spring water and just pouring it on his fucking face. And Izuku did, ugh. Froppy, what the fuck is... Oh, it is like, first off, you could have told me that you sensed some bullshit. 2, and it's like, he just stops her, and he just says, okay, first off, yeah, we're gonna stop in the middle of the road. If that didn't tip you off, I didn't know what else would. And if I would have said something, they would have acted faster. And I wanted to go to sleep. His stomach grumbles. Now I'm gonna go off, raid the nearest fridge, and be back in like 5 minutes so I can like take a bath and then go to sleep. Because there's no way in hell these people could teach me literally anything. Like, unless it's academics, it's not gonna work. I am stronger than everyone. I am faster than everyone. I have the biggest shit-talking rights, probably above All Might. I told you the story on how I didn't want to be a hero. Because of this, I'm lazy. But I do apologize for leaving you out in the cold like that. I'm just super tired. I did not sleep last night. It was like, I just could not sleep. Like at all. So when it came down to it, it was just, it was some shit. But yeah, it was not kosher. Apparently, like like a block down, there was like this birthday party going on. And it was like a 20-year-old birthday party. So you all know they got drunk. They were up until like 4 in the morning. Do you know how many rocks I threw at them? I was so tired that I missed them all and caused craters in the fucking their backyard. That, and I'm pretty sure I broke a windshield. And like put a hole in the side of his house. But regardless of the fact, they deserved it. They deserve all the property damage. They fucked with my nap time. As Izuku stands up, still looking tired as fuck, and walks off. Now, he notices Koda and proceeds to not give a fuck and just walk past him. As him, Koda just glaring at him. Izuku too tired to even, like, think in his general vicinity. I'm like, food, bath, sleep. Like that is his exact thing. And then he stops and he just says, I could just sleep in the bath. Oh, I'm done. And he just, let's like, horks down a fuck ton of food. Goes into the bath and just passes out. Now, just arms on the side, head completely back, using like a small bucket just as a pillow to hold his head up. And he's sleeping. Now, people forget that Izuku exists for like an extra 2 hours. People don't remember that he's in the bath. So, like, let's just say that it's lucky. They are lucky that, like, hey, this isn't like first dudes go in, then girls, or this would be weird. Because, like, it's like 6. They all didn't, like, forgot about Izuku. So everyone should be sleeping. Aizawa just goes into the fucking bathroom, and Izuku, like a fucking raisin, passed out in the fucking bathtub. And he's like, what the fuck? And as soon as Aizawa says that, he's like, oh, why the fuck is it dark out here? Like, immediately, like, the attitude that Izuku had drops, and he's like, why the fuck? And he just looks at himself, and he's like, why didn't Kirishima wake me up? It's like Kirishima had stomach issues. That he didn't go in the bath. And it's like, piece of shit. I told him to, bruh. I'm pissed. I was like, did you even wash yourself? I mean, do I have to? I stayed soaking in this bathtub. In this little fucking sauna for about 4 hours. I think I'm good. I think it's been a good couple hours from what I could tell. And he just lifts up his foot. It looks God. That's the only thing I can say is God. And he like stands up. Puts his clothes back on. Asks Aizawa where they are sleeping. Aizawa basically gives him directions. He goes there. Opens the door. His white eyes, the only thing showing in the dark room. And, like, I'm gonna say Kirishima and some other people are, like, still awake. And they all just see Izuku open the door and look pissed. It's like, Kirishima, what the fuck, man? It's like, what do you mean? And then he just looks at him, looks at like Izuku's hands, and was like, oh. No, I thought I told you to get out of the bathroom. Apparently you didn't even fucking go there, Kirishima. The fuck? Man, like, you're just rude, dude. That's just rude. It's just like he shuts the door, walks over to like an empty sleeping bag and just passes out on it again. Kirishima's like, that's my sleeping bag. And it's like, not anymore, it isn't. You could sleep on the floor. You lost your sleeping bag privileges, bitch. Especially leaving the homie in the water. I don't know what's wrong with you, leaving the goat in the water. Shame. Shame that you no longer have something called a sleeping bag. It's a damn shame. Just like, it's just kind of being a prick, but it's like, it's deserved. He gets tapped on his back by Froppy. Does like a finger come here motion. He sighs, gets up off of Kirishima's fucking knapsack and just looks at him like, and just gives a look like, I'm gonna get that ass later. Don't worry, bitch, I got you. I'm gonna make your life hell. Just for leaving me in that fucking tub. I got you. Which means also, he didn't even know the Class 1B was there. Which, when they went in there, they knew better not to fuck with, not to just to fucking not. They aren't suicidal. Like, Monoma has some, like, intelligence. After what he apparently did, him by himself taking out Stain, and let alone doing all this other crazy shit that was caught on camera. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to get pasted. I'm good. I don't want none of that, please. No, thank you. So, we're going to cut back to Shigaraki and Korigiri, the two, like, resident burn victims, looking like a more mild form of Dobby. I'm not even kidding. Like, they got fucking burnt by that fucking punch Izuku sent through that portal. 'Cause God, that's 3 times Izuku's normal output. Like, off rip. Just, and like, most people dead. And oh yeah, you know that one lucky fucker who's like, who is still with the League of Villains, might I add, is just like, man, are we actually about to fucking do this again? And even Korigiri's like, yeah, no, even I think this is a fucking terrible idea. And it's like, Shigaraki's like, I know, but man, we have to dust him. We need to at this point. From what I could tell, he doesn't have regeneration. Homie just could output force. Force from him existing. When it comes down to it, if I touch him with 5 fingers, he's done. There isn't a chance. Yeah, but like, doesn't he not need to sleep though? Shigaraki stops. Fuck! like, he's like, you see, that's your problem, Shiggy. You fucking forget things. Very important detail. God damn it, man. That's why you're not like... You don't have the quirk yet. That's why. Because you forget very important details off a fucking whim. Like, Kurigiri in this one, he's salty as fuck. I mean, tell me that you wouldn't. Like, his little miasmic shroud around him is kind of fucked up now. Permanently. Because of the excess amount of heat that Izuku threw at them. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, they're not gonna do anything. For the Trinket, they're not going to. Izuku is literally, like, nothing's going to happen. Things are going to go as planned, and they're just gonna, it's just gonna fucking pass by. Because no one, and I mean fucking no one, wants to fuck with UA. After what Izuku did? Hell no. And as soon as they hear, oh yeah, no, there's a kill order on this kid, they just walk out. I don't know what kind of fuck shit you're on, but no, I know the body count. We all know the presumed body count. Y'all are fucked. Fuck you going against that boy. No thank you. He beat the shit out of Endeavor, no thank you. And multiple people in multiple crews have tried to fucking test fucking Endeavor's gangster, and they all got slapped. And now that he got slapped by a fucking kid who doesn't even know, like, the full potential, according to him, of his quirk yet. I don't know about you, but I don't want to fucking find out. I don't want to be a test dummy. You see, that's what happened to John and fucking Miso. They got both of their fucking sides burnt. They're looking like fucking yin and yang. They're looking like abstract Two-Face art. I don't know what the fuck you mean. I'm no fight that. Not suicidal. Damn. No one wants to fight UA anymore. Like, nobody. Because Izuku's body count. Like, it's not a public body count. But, like, when you hear the fact from people that you, like, get, like, visitation to from the pin, and you say, hey, yo, this kid fucking killed everybody. Except for, like, 50 people, like 20-ish, made it out unscathed. The other number, they got fucked. I'm sorry, but they almost dead. No. So, yeah, Izuku has a rep in the underworld without him even being involved. It is, my left hand is for slapping the shit out of you, and my right hand is for killing you. Because that's basically what happened. He pulled all three of his right arms back, punched it into a whole person, turned them into a fine mist. I'm talking, they became an aerosol. Like, you could put them in a can of fucking Febreze. That's how fine of a mist he just kind of in. And then that wave of fire hit, and they were just done. They were like, nope. And that's a wrap. Everybody getting fucked over today. But, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, let's be real. Izuku's clapping Froppy's cheeks in the woods. It's just happening. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just going to happen. But, yeah. After the entirety of the good old fashioned training arc, well, the second training arc, they kind of go off to do the, I guess, the actual, like, patrols and shit, which All Might is trying to tell Izuku, I know you don't like him, but you gotta go with Night Eye. And it's like, no! Fuck him! Fuck him with a barbed wrought iron pole that is being shot at him at 50 miles an hour. No. 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 And it smashes cuts to him. Him and fucking Mirio walking into Night Eye's office and Izuku looking pissed. Simple. He made a bet with All Might about a Lakers game. It blew up in his face really fucking bad. And that's basically what happened. So, but yeah, no. I'm not gonna lie to you. Night Eye is not thrilled either. Both of them fucking hate each other. And like he just, as soon as he sees Izuku, he just flat out says, "Why the fuck are you here?" Like, actually, like, why the fuck are you here? Which fucking takes Mirio back. Because it's like, holy shit. I never heard him swear before. And he's like, I lost a bet to All Might because the Lakers, either that referee got paid off by somebody, low key he got paid off by All Might. But yeah, that referee is either got fucking paid off or got some fucking bias. Bias against, like, our boy, but he got some fucking issues, regardless of the fact. But yeah, no, he told me I had to come here. Here. Like, Night Eye just, like, wants to say no. But All Might talked to him too, and basically pulled the same shit. Beyond that, oh yeah, no, Lakers game, the Lakers game, and because he basically did both at the same time. Night Eye's quirk could not see what was coming, sadly. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Izuku wanted to go to the one that Froppy went to. Why? Simple. We all know what was gonna happen there. Anyway. But, yeah. Izuku and Mirio get set off to go to the overhaul thing. But, beforehand, turn the hands of time real quick. All for One finally wakes up out of his fucking coma. And, he is upset. He looks at his face, his eyeballs are gone. He's pretty fucking mad, you know, like normal people would. When, like, the top half of your face is, like, kind of just no longer present. He doesn't even have a fucking nose anymore. That's how hard Izuku hit him. But anyway. But yeah, Izuku kind of just, well, when it comes to All for One, I'm sorry, not Izuku, All for One just kind of fucking sighs, realizes he didn't even let me get through my fucking monologue, cheeky. The youths of today, pieces of shit. But anyway, not even a dialogue. He just, and I was sleeping, and I woke up. Motherfucker. That is Izuku, the epitome. I don't give a fuck what you're going to say. You're going to catch these hands the same way. So I'm going to just do it now. But, yeah, Izuku. And, like, the rest of his... Not Izuku. Fuck. I'm confusing the wrong fucking people. The wrong Izuku's up. Because I was thinking about doing the one, like an all-for-one Izuku. But then I remembered Lazarus Pit Deku, which is what happened, and I personally like that picture, like, a lot. And this picture, bomb as fuck. Don't know who made it, though. But, yeah. He tries to contact Shisaki. Now, people in the underground know just not to fucking associate. They know better at this point. Because it's like, yeah, okay, we know exactly what happened. Yeah, no, we were working with these people. Fucking all of our people died. Like, John's dead, fucking Clarice, like A through B, fucking annihilated. We only got like 20 dudes and they're all in the fucking pin. Like, they all got fucked. Like, everybody involved in that bitch, in that USG attack, bad idea. Worst idea I've ever seen. Worstly executed, too. Like, fuck. We sent all of our people to the same spot, right in the center. And we were all ready to jump on somebody, this, like, green arm, this white-haired kid that proceeded to jump off of the top of the rails, just fucking slamming his feet into air and just punched into the portal and damn near killed did kill everyone damn near. There was only like I said, like 50 people left, and like only 20 of them weren't burnt to fuck. But yeah, so Shisaki and the whole we work with you people, no, that meeting didn't even happen. Shigaraki straight up got fucking turned down. It wasn't even a fucking question. And I'm gonna say this was like the night prior to this was happening. So, Eri runs into Izuku, which, like, she kind of bounces off a bit harder. Because Izuku, I don't know, he kind of absorbed all, and I mean every bit of motion of her running from Shisaki. And like, he's like, oh God, I'm sorry, are you okay? And then he just looks at her arms for a minute. It's like, are you okay? Come on. It like helps her up, like picks her up. It's like, oh. What it is from, and it's like, and then he just sees like Eri start shaking as she's looking at Shisaki. It's like, hey Mirio, hold this for a minute. And it's like Shisaki just stops, sees Izuku, and like there is like a 10 seconds of eye contact of like, what the fuck's going on? Are you leaving? Am I leaving? Am I leaving here in a body bag? Like, what's gonna happen? And there's like this 10-second, tense-ass stare down. Now, unknowing to Izuku, like, Shisaki was kind of like, this was not planned. I'm happy I have a spotter on the roof. and I'm happy he has a gun. So, these are armor-piercing rounds. So let's hope this shit, like, does not... Izuku gets fucked. So, as, like, Izuku would hear the sound of a Barrett 50 cal fire, as soon as, like, Eri changed hands, Izuku gets shot in the fucking face. Like, not in his eye, but, like, right above it. Like, in his eyebrow. Which, like, Izuku doesn't move. And, like, it didn't pierce. At all. It was just too dense for the actual metal to, like, do anything. And the spotter just looks at this and just, like, in Shigaraki's, like, little earphone, yeah, nah, dude, fuck this shit, I'm out. Out. And, like, Izuku just looks up where the fucking, like, barrel of the 50 cal kind of just got fucking left there. Because you ain't running with something that big. Hell no. You're leaving that shit. And you are running. Because Izuku has a patented measure called coming for that ass. And it's... he's not about it. And he just looks at this person and he says, hey, it's just to Eri in general. Okay, so, Did he do that to your arms and his arms? And, like, at this point, Shisaki's like, nah, fuck this. His shoes disappear. His feet hit the ground. And as soon as that happened, fucking poing, he's fucking, like, big-ass pillar of concrete goes sailing off into the distance. Like, he's like, nah. Like, as soon as he heard that, hey, Eri, did he do this to you? He felt killing intent that rivaled his own. And it was like, nah, I know better than this. I know when I see a fucking anti-tank shell, like an anti-tank shell loaded into a gun, and that gun is pointed at my chest, oh, well, I'll lose. Guess I'll fucking die. So he just fucking dipped. So Izuku's just kind of standing there, nods a couple times, gives a very warm smile to Eri, and says, come on, we gotta take you somewhere. All right, come on. And he just, like, takes her from Mirio, just like, and he begins talking to her. She's nervous as fuck. Well, not as nervous. She stopped shaking, but, like, well, Izuku kind of just has, like I said, Izuku's very laid back. And, like, he doesn't have this resting bitch face on him all the time. But it is, like, sometimes always present. Like, he isn't annoyed, and it's clear, but it's like, oh, cute bubby. Someone hurt baby. Need to bash skull in. Like, and, like, in all reality, Izuku, like, has a lock on, and he knows, like, okay. He starts asking Eri, like, how long has she been running from that guy? And he's like, 5-10 minutes. That's like, and Izuku's eyes just go wide and a small grin appears on his face and he's like, oh, really? Okay. Because, like, Izuku knows that he had to place this kid somewhere. And the fact that this kid got out means that place is not heavily guarded at the moment. And since Shisaki was the one chasing after them, and getting some commentary from Mirio, hearing, yeah, that's their boss. It's, Izuku about to break the fucking law. But Izuku don't believe he's gonna get away with it this time unless, like, he makes sure that, hey, no one sees me. So, because he's actually gonna do some vigilantism. Just like, Izuku about to go full fucking Red Hood on Shisaki. No survivors. He's gonna pull some Itachi shit. Just... Man. This is God. The level of things that Izuku's going to do to Shisaki is something that only God could fear. He will die painfully. That's just what you do need to know. But yeah. They're just walking. Now, man, I'm sorry. I had a lot of tacos and milk. I was like, why the fuck you having tacos and milk, you weird motherfucker? Oh, simple. To negate the heartburn that I'm gonna get in, like, a couple hours. But, yeah. That, like I said, y'all, YouTube's scary. Literally, when I'm happy that, like, the subs stopped. And I don't have, like, a mass, like, following of people on the other side of the fucking world. Because if that were to happen, it would be a lot more than 160 something. Last time I checked was like a couple hours ago. It was 65. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 66 now. At the very least. I'm hoping that it isn't. But God, yeah, I'm growing fast. I thank you, but have to wash my mouth eventually so I could get paid, but but anyway, Nine doesn't know what Izuku's gonna do, because the way it sounds, Izuku's gonna wait until the raid. But, like, according to Mirio, Izuku was asking a lot of questions. Like, a lot of questions. Especially about that man. Which, granted, Mirio told him about. Got some confirmation from Eri. And like I said, Izuku just kind of... And adoption. Option. Because, like, Izuku's not going to leave Eri out there. There's one thing that, like, damn near all of my Izukus have in common. They are too nice. Nice to children. Like, when it comes down to it, the blatant innocence of a child in his eyes, and most of my Izukus, are to be protected at all cost. And sometimes people decide to fuck with that innocence. that is when they go bane on people. They do some gruesome shit. But Izuku, as the curve begins, everything begins to start. All the crazy shit begins to go down as soon as sun goes down. And the moon, it's like 12. Izuku, like, already had something kind of like a vigilante suit, but not really. He was like, well, let's go. Unknowing to him, like, there was a person watching out for Izuku to make sure he wouldn't do some fuck shit. Well, not watching out for Izuku, but, like, just in the area. That person was Korigiri, watching him, trying to figure out, okay, what is he? The fuck is he going outside? Wait, is that him? Like, no, I still see the glimmer go. That is him. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, and he follows him for a while. And Izuku, like, is able to, like, use his ability to just kind of put his finger where the lock part of the front door of the building would be, push it, and, like, the doorknob fucking shatters, making a small bit of noise, but not enough to be like, oh, it's immediate alert, you know what I mean? But, Karagiri's watching this, and is like, what the fuck is he doing? And it's like, and Izuku begins to comb through the entire fucking building. In every fucking inch. Just like, I'm gonna learn what they did, and I'm gonna judge them accordingly. Because he just knows one thing. He just knows that, hey, shit happened to Ares' arms to make, like, small, like, scars. Which pissed Izuku off, and he's like, okay. So after, like, a month, I mean, not a month, like a couple minutes, like 15 minutes, half of the people in the building are dead because Izuku figured out what the fuck they were doing to Eri. Like, and Izuku was, like, scary quiet about it. Because, oh, simple, like, when you step, like you hear now, if you stop putting force into your steps, you are significantly quieter. And since Izuku always goes places either barefoot or just not at all, dude, he's just, he's quiet as fuck. You cannot hear him. So, I'm gonna say it's around 6 at this point. Izuku killed everyone in the building. That's when the 8 precincts and Shisaki were to come in to the actual building, where there is literally blood painted the fucking walls. And, like, faster than people could notice. I realized, like, I accidentally do Rampa kind of fucked up a lot. So it's like, he's like one of the main people that I can remember, other than the very small one. But, yeah, no. Izuku, like, is in 3-armed mode, just, like, ready and waiting. I'm like, Kurogiri's been waiting outside, like, waiting, like, what the fuck is he doing in there? And as soon as, like, there's, like, the blood mist that just outside, like, into the open, it's like, holy fuck. And it's like, a brief scuffle, nothing big at all. Izuku just cleans up. And what do I mean by clean up? I mean, like, he eviscerates the precincts, and Shisaki's arms are broken. He can't move his arms or legs anymore. And Izuku's just holding him by his mask. And he sees the eyes. And he just says, "You believe quirks to be a sickness, when in fact it is just you. People like you that are sicknesses upon this world, cancers, which turn good people into monsters. But with your death and the planting of your bodies into the ground, the roots will take you. So will the worms and the beetles and rot. And guess what will happen? You will become what you should have been. Nothing but energy to be used. You are insignificant. A weak apparition, some would say. A child angry at the world because something about his brother. And as Shisaki hears that, he tries to move his arms. He's trying the entire time because it's like fight or flight instincts are like at 1000%. He's like, no, let me out. I want to live, but no. Izuku is going to knock Shisaki out, put him over his shoulder, and walk away with him. The entire time, Kurogiri's eyes are just fucking like, they aren't the usual, like, oh, they look like octagons? Like those fucking, and rectangles that have like fucking points at opposite corners. I forgot the name of that shape, but more importantly, ignore how far off I was with that shape, man. It's fine. It's fine. But he brings Shisaki to Dagobah Beach. It's like 6:30 now. And Kurogiri is still watching. His eyes are like fucking dinner plates. Just, oh fuck. And then he just like, Izuku grabs each limb, turns the limb into mangled flesh that is still somehow attached to the body, crushing the bones inside, turning them to jelly. He slaps him awake and says, "Let me show you how small you are to everything else around you." And one thing must be said. Once you look down on the world, realize what you were trying to do. A genocide. And as soon... Ooh! Carbon Interface is a fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure D&D. Watch that shit. It's super fucking funny. Yeah, sure, it could kind of get a bit repetitive at some points, but like, the fights are bumping as fuck. Fucking the stands in there, fucking beautiful. But yeah. Izuku, with all 6 arms, grabs on to his torso. Now, Izuku plants the back of his own head to the floor while keeping his body, like his legs, completely straight. Which means that, you all know that the human body should not go like that, but he is a mutant. So I'm letting it happen. Very flexible boy. But, yeah, no, he proceeds to fling Shigaraki into fucking orbit. Well, not orbit, suborbit. Shigaraki gets burnt up. The fire gets put out. And he, like, floats for, like, 10 seconds. And those 10 seconds is a beautiful sight, but also a fear-inducing one. Him looking down on the entire world and realizing that this little thing that he was gonna do would have caused something very interesting that probably isn't good. Probably a war. And possibly even the end. And Izuku just looks. Well, not... overall just looks as he begins to fall. His arms and legs flailing in the wind above him as he isn't looking down anymore. He's looking up as his limbs begin to burn up and he screams in pain as to everyone else on planet Earth, the government up, down, and fucking their fucking Texas senses something going into orbit in their space and then coming down. It's not a missile. It's too small. It's probably an asteroid. When in reality, that's Shisaki. But, Izuku sent his ass to Texas. So if he does survive, boy fucking howdy. Fucking Yodi's gonna eat his ass. Because he is sure as hell not landing in the residential zone. So yeah. When, like, Izuku, like, realizes how far he fucking threw him, he's like, damn, I outdid myself there. And he just, like, starts going as fast as he fucking can, running home as the arms fall off his body, disappear into the dust, and the wind picks it up. All for one, remembering seeing a pod in Dr. Yujiko's office. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I can't kill him. Someone else might be able to. I can't. Someone else got to deal with this. As Liquid leaves the pod, a pair of yellow eyes open, and that is where we will end the episode. Oh. But before we leave, oh wow, I was one off. I'm happy. Thank all of you. Seriously, like I know in this video right here I gave off to fucking like calling you people crackheads, but like that was me freaking the fuck out. Like who wouldn't be freaking out over this number? This number is bullshit to some kid fucking bitching and moaning at a phone. But yeah. Have a nice day. All that good shit.